point, to grant this would be basically sanctioning illegal uses or activities at the facility. As Mr. Donaldson has said tonight, and is in paragraph 68 of his lawsuit, which is attached, his instant lawsuit in which he sued myself, my law partner, the city of Canton, and Judge Martin, again collaterally attacking this order. He basically admits in that pleading, and which is a sworn pleading, as well as his testimony here before you today, that property has been illegally subdivided, both by trying to sell rooms and by purchasing or selling individual buried plots. Those were never platted. It was never gone through the subdivision ordinance. So to allow that use or sanction that use would also be against the city's land use code. Finally, the use that we've been told that it is used for is a cemetery. Again, the city has regulations on that. There's zoning on that. It's never been zoned as a cemetery. It's never been designated as a cemetery by the city. And so that's the fourth reason. Happy to answer any questions that council may have, but for those four reasons, we respectfully ask for an upholding of the staff's denial.
I would like to reply, because
Okay, we have 5 minutes. I'll give you just a second to.
I would like to direct your attention to their document, Exhibit B, attached to this permanent injunction. This is a deed from New Beginnings to Chapman House in 2020, which we accused him of fraud and attempted to give it back to him. This deed requires payment of $250,000 in order to set it in effect. Mr. Chapman never accepted this deed and refused to pay. And under Texas law, when you don't pay or you don't accept the deed, there's no transaction. This property never transferred back to Chapman. Exhibit C, full and final mutual release. It's a settlement that we had all worked on together in which this property was gonna go to Dean and Jamie Harbor and Rise Church. If you will look on it at the bottom of each page, there's missing initials. You go to the end of it, there's missing signatures. Not everybody agreed to this. Your attorneys went into court and told this judge that this was a final agreement proved by all and that it transferred property to Jamie. A document with missing signatures that's never completed. Blank, blank, blank. The title company refused to accept the conveyance, our lender refused to accept the conveyance. There was no transfer. And that's why this recent case was filed. This is fraud. Your attorneys went into court and filed documents with missing signatures, filed documents that were not accepted. They didn't inquire into anything. Then they went behind my back and dismissed me from the case and said, when I tried to appeal it, oh, you don't have no standing, you're not part of the case anymore. Our lawyers have said when they dismissed me from that case, that mooted all issues. I'm no longer subject to that order. That order is not binding on me. That's not binding on Houston Mennonite Fellowship Church, which is the predecessor of New Beginnings. When they dismiss a party, they're out. We're out. And that's, again, it may be binding on you all, but it's not binding on us. He said something about contempt. How are you going to enter an order against someone else and then try to hold someone, that's not a party to that case in contempt? It doesn't happen. The property, I think it's B2 commercial. According to your own plans, it allows us, your own zoning ordinance, it allows a cemetery there. According to state law, in the declaration that we filed in 2019, a cemetery does not need a city permit if the population is less than 5,000 people. That's state statutory law. We cleared all this before we started out there. You have, I don't know what he's talking about, but you have an existing cemetery. I could bring my phone up there and show you pictures of them. There's someone named Hilliard, baby boy Hilliard, that died in 1898 that's out there. When someone went in that building and destroyed our building, they went out there and smashed headstones. And that's not right either. So that's all I got to say. Thank you.
we've heard both sides, council. Do we have a question and a time, if we have any questions?
Yes, if you have any questions for either side, that'd be proper to ask.
Okay, all right. I'm curious, Mr. Donaldson, have you had any LiDAR run out there where you currently, any LiDAR done out there where the graves supposedly are? Because I've been here all my life and I never
We,
knew that.
I talked to, what's his name?
No,
Okay.
it's yes or no.
No, we requested to do cadaver dogs back in 19, and your fire chief told me, no, it would not be allowed to happen.
Again, no on the LiDAR.
No.
Okay. I was just curious because I've never heard of that, but that is Hilliard property back in there, or was at one time. Any other questions? All right, at this time, do I hear a motion?
I'll make a motion to uphold the staff's denial of the tent permit request by Dodge Property Managers. I'll second.
Motion made by Mr. Sumner, seconded by Mr. Melton. Do we need to do a roll call on this one?
No.
No, okay. All in favor with an aye? Aye. Any opposed? All right, denied, permission is denied.
May I ask one thing? Would y'all be willing to allow us in there to have some cadaver dogs and radar done to see what's out there?
We cannot give permission for that. That is with the district court as of this time, as I understand, so you'll have to talk to them.
Yeah, that would also be unposted for this agenda, so.
Well, the court's telling me the case is closed and they have nothing to do with that case anymore.
Okay,
Final judgment.
all right, well, thank you for your time and
All right,
coming.
thank you. God bless.
All right, number 14, consider and take action to approve changes to the